Come on! It's time for the 1v1s. Oh my goodness, I love doing this screaming at you when we're live. How good is this to be back in the GSL stage once more? We've got Caleb against Super Lucky up first, which we haven't even had to look at the bracket to go, hang on. This is the match of the first round in the GSL. What a fantastic one to be a part of. I am reading NZ Caster casting NZ player. That is absolutely the case. Aside from today, because the Socceroos, oh, they bloody did it, didn't they? How good was that? Oh my goodness, they're in the top 32. Oh my goodness gracious me. How's everyone doing? Killer, welcome in. Creed, welcome in. Mo, welcome in. Blake, welcome in. How is everybody? We got some Caleb action in the 1v1s. We have secured the best OCE 1v1 player, and I'm saying that with full confidence. He told me that he is winning this event, and if he doesn't, it's because he lagged. Remember that at the end of the event if he doesn't happen to win, but he is going to win, isn't he? I mean, realistically, Caleb has the opportunity to be one of two players. There's two players in the region right now that could become four-time regional 2026 champions in OCE. Caleb and Gus, those two players fighting for that position because both of them 2 in the 3s, 1 in the 2v2s, looking to do 1 in the 1v1 as well. He's got a 500 hertz monitor. Okay, why is this guy so flexy? I actually do want to get some new monitors, I'm going to be honest. But we don't even need to look at the bracket, I'm going to be honest with you. This is the only place to be right now. Caleb against Super Lucky in the first round of the GSL. It's fantastic news. They are in the test lobby right now, I'm telling you that much. I'm seeing the gameplay. I'm not hearing audio. I don't know if Hazard knows that I can't hear audio. If that's a me problem, that's a me problem. He's going to tell me I'm an idiot. But it's all good. There is no official stream. What do you mean is there no official stream? This is the GSL. This is the Friday. But no, there is no official stream. But there should be an unofficial official stream. We're cooking something up. I've got a little bit of a difficult time being on stream tomorrow for Saturday, but we're cooking something up in the background. There should be an unofficial official 1v1 stream. We got something sorted out. Refresh. You want me to refresh? I can do that for you real quick. Okay. Yep, that's good. Thanks for the heads up. All right, chat. How are we feeling? Has anyone got any outside shouts for a winner of the 1v1s here? Because right now I'm feeling Caleb the whole way. I'm going to be honest. He seems to be the guy. I am hearing shouts that Hunter's looking pretty good in his matches previously. There's, of course, other players around. Gus, Super Lucky in particular as well. 2 players that have got some pedigree in the 1v1s in OCE, still looking to compete. Caleb, for sure, I'm liking that. I am absolutely loving to hear that. Laxon got my vote. If he's going to lose to me in a 1v1, how's he going to win the 1v1 in OCE? Like 6 people who can win. But surely there's got to be someone that you're feeling more like could get the job done this afternoon. Now, I do have some lore to drop. Those that have been tuning in to my gameplay streams probably did see me react a few nights ago to a situation, and that was me freaking out, losing my mind, and going, wait, I need to lock in. I couldn't tell you then. I can tell you now, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to say what it is after this first series. I'm going to say in between the first and second series what the situation is. I'm going to make you wait. I'm sorry, but you are going to wait for some really, really cool news for me personally, which is fantastic. No way we have to wait. Unlucky. Unfortunate. I'm being told some stuff that I cannot repeat on a team stream. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. And killer timed out Kong. Fantastic. How good. To be fair, this news is worth it. Craig says that without any knowledge of what the news actually is. I'm lying. He may know what the news is. I'm going to be honest. Kongzilla with an oi. Unlucky. Okay, real quick. Let me check. I do have the bracket I can pull up, although we're not going to, because we're going into our first match in just a moment's time. We do have Hazard on the observation chair in the obs desk, so keep that in mind when something silly happens on stream. It's not my fault. It is Hazard's fault. 100%. It will never be my fault whatsoever, so keep that in mind. But we are about to head into our first match of the evening. Caleb against Super Lucky in our first match of the GSL stage in the 1v1s. It is good to be back. It's good to be bringing you more of the RLCS OCE action, and it's good to be bringing you some 1v1 action. If you weren't here last year, Max and I did run an unofficial official stream on that occasion. Caleb making the run to the grand final, but he couldn't get across the line. Looking to do the job here, looking to get across the line, but at first he has Super Lucky across from him, and it will be a 1-0 lead for Caleb. Nice and quickly to start us off. W overlay shout out Mr. Hazardprod on that one. But we are into the action. If there's any audio issues, please do let me know. But otherwise, I think we're into the action. Live on Twitch and on YouTube. Bringing you the action in OCE. Super Lucky with a double reset. Fakes it low. Gets the shot to the bottom right. That's 1-1. Fantastic work to equalize. Kill is too loud, my bad. That is unfortunate. As Caleb, we've seen in 2s and in 3s, him be so good from those positions off his own back wall in 1v1s. We know he's one of, if not the best in OCE. Maybe not right now. We don't know quite too much. But there has been previous times where we've put them to the test. Caleb has performed in the past, as I mentioned, though. Most recently in a big 1v1 event, losing to Raziz. But no Raziz here, so in OCE anymore. Potentially time for Caleb to find something in the 1v1 arena. As I said, Caleb and Gus both looking to become 4-time regional champions in OCE this season. Only players that are capable of doing so. There are players like Super Lucky that could also join them on 3. Yuxi is slamming Gus right now. That's an interesting thing to hear. Lucifer, I'm hearing, is a dark horse. I'm not too sure if Lucifer is. He's very well known in the ones scene. Who knows? Super Lucky will take this back to his own corner. Wants to buy some time. Just grabs the boost and lets Caleb retreat. Does look to get on the prowl now. Bit of a 45 flick. Couldn't get around it. Caleb will control this to the side. Has 40 to work with from the side wall. Gets a reset. Takes it low. Gets a nice flick, but oh, red from Super Lucky. Thanks for using the important commands today, as that's going to be on target from Super Lucky to make it a 2-1 scoreline. Caleb scored first. Lucky's responded with 2. I also enjoy that team command. I think that's a really good command. Shout out to Sir Pickassist and Hazard for giving me that idea. Super Lucky. Not quite able to get that one in. We'll turn around, and that's a reset off the top of Caleb's car. Nice recovery from Super Lucky. Same cannot be said about Caleb. As a 3-1 scoreline is found here. Hope everyone is doing well across all the socials. Hope you're hyped for an entertaining weekend of RLCS action. Caleb will get one back. Makes it an interesting scoreline, of course. There's no real scoreline in 1v1 that we talk about being a situation you cannot overturn. There's always a case to be made as Caleb takes this one upstairs. We'll get a reset off the ceiling. It's a matter of if Super Lucky can get back, which he can off the crossbar. It's off the line. And Lucky will have himself a very nice opportunity to go the other way, but Caleb had that one read quick enough. Looks to launch back and forth. Bit of table tennis action. Lucky all the way to the safety of his own half. Now looks to take it upstairs. Has a reset. Pop over the back and dropped it down off the double. Couldn't locate the net. Caleb, though, might be able to do something. Going the other way. He's hit the back wall. He's hit the crossbar. And he might have given a goal away, as Super Lucky will make it a 4-2 game. Well, we talk about 2-goal swings. That's one of those moments where Caleb could be on level pegging, but it's Super Lucky to score the next. That makes it a 4-2 game. Game 1, though, of course. So, at the moment, we're not going to feel as though it's too far gone so far for Caleb. We'll get a flick over to the top left of the goal, and Super Lucky could not respond in time. Top bins. 2 minutes remaining. Still only that 1 goal, make that a no goal difference. Caleb quickly from the kickoff. Able to instantly equalize. Super Lucky Not the best of kickoffs. And still, about those 2 minutes remaining. Although that kickoff certainly doesn't favor Caleb, as that one's going to be slot bottom left from Lockie, and he retains his lead in this game for a majority of the match. Lockie has had that upper hand. And so far, Lockie has been primarily in control. Caleb now looking for a bit of air drag over the top. Couldn't get back to it, so has to pull this one all the way back to his own half. Lockie will put the pressure on, gets a tap. Somewhat helps Caleb to the back wall, although not the setup he was looking for. Nice pop into the center, wants to get the corner boost and does so. Collects the ball on his way out, not the direction he wants to be heading. Will take it slow, takes a 50, might be able to get back to it. He won't. Super Lockie again with a 2-goal margin. They keep scoring another after another. That is how 1v1s typically work. Very rare we see a low-scoring 1v1. Caleb might get one back and does, as I've said a few times, back within one now. But the 1v1 gameplay you see always seems to be high-scoring. Very rare you see low-scoring 1v1s. The 1 minute remaining now in game one. A lot of ones across the commentary position right now as Super Lockie slows it down. Has 60 in the tank, doesn't even need it, just flicks underneath. And when I say flicks it underneath, he somewhat fakes it underneath. Super Lockie with 7 in game one. The kickoffs have at times proven costly for Super Lockie, but he's been able to keep Caleb at arm's length so far in game one. Won't be able to save that, will he? Yes, he does. That's fantastic. To dive across and make the stop. Caleb running out of time. Still enough to get by. If he can find something here, there's plenty as he sets himself off the back wall. Gets a reset, gets a shot on target, but it was very central in Super Lockie's net. As he looks to slow it down. Doesn't need another goal, just wants the time to tick down on the clock. Good ball from Caleb into the corner. Super Lockie gets it out to the width again. 10 seconds remaining. Feels as though this will be game one done. Caleb looks to find a response, cannot do so, and that will do for our first match. As Super Lockie does take game one. One of the power players in the 3v3 this season stepping up so far. And wow, look at that. You can see my face in the background. How good is that? We love to see that. That's really, really good. But 12 shots to 10. Caleb getting more opportunities, scoring 2 less. And he's able to change the brightness of the background. That is very, very interesting. Both players. What is that? What? I've never seen that in my life. Oh my God, what is that? Oh, are we meant to have audio in the replays, or are we not meant to have audio in the replays? I don't know. There we go. Yeah, okay. This guy is, I don't know how to feel. We do have replays though. That is very good, isn't it? I mean, how good. No changes needed. Hazard, please use this for Champ Sunday. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. He does have a chance to do something along those lines, but we are seeing these replays back. You could see that Caleb at times able to fight his way back in game one, but for the most part, it had been too solid from Super Lockie as we move on to Forbidden Temple. Super Lockie did go down a goal at the start. After that, he was able to keep himself in the lead. It was only the 1-0 scoreline that he found himself behind in. Other than that, every time a goal went in, it was either to equalize or to keep Super Lockie in the lead as he takes the lead on Forbidden Temple. Monty can't stop laughing at that scene change. I didn't expect to see it. I don't know. I wasn't expecting it. What's up, Val? Welcome in. We're in a game, Hazard. Come on. What's he doing that for? There's absolutely no need for that. Caleb to his own back wall again. He set up this play a few times in game one. Wasn't able to make it count. Might be able to do so here. He does, tying us up off his own back wall. Fantastic play. You love to see it. Caleb going the full length. There is absolutely a need to do that. Okay. Super lucky. Put one on towards the net. Caleb wasn't going to be beaten from that position. Did set himself up on the ceiling, and that opens the door for Super Lucky. I mean, these guys are very, very good, but sometimes in the 1v1s, you jump high and it can cause yourself problems. This time it won't. Caleb able to get a lead for the first time since he took the lead with the first goal of game one. Caleb will pop this one out to the sidewall. Has 12 in the tank. You can see using the camera just to check where Lockie was, but couldn't quite get a read on him. And Lockie will be forced all the way back into his own half. Nice turn. Caleb committed to it. That's going to be a 2-goal game for either player. And Super Lockie just turned in time. Caleb with low boost. I don't think he was expecting Lockie to turn as quick as he did. Caught him off guard on that occasion. And we're tied up once more. I am in love with the overlay, though. It does look pretty good. I like the replays. I'm not sure about this transition, though. I'm not too keen on it. Caleb won't be able to get around that one. Has to track back. It's going to be Lockie with 100 in tank. Gets a reset. Takes his time. Looks to play it bottom right. Underneath the keeper. Composed play from Lockie from the sidewall. The transition is the best part. What do you mean? Okay. Anyway, Caleb puts that one towards net. Super Lucky with a save. I will say I'm glad I didn't see any Monfield Knight in game one. That's good news. Caleb gets a pinch out to the sidewall here. Looks for the 50. Super Lucky just completely commits on it and makes it a 4-2 game. I don't think Caleb is reading these challenges from Lockie. He's absolutely sending any chance he gets, closing the gap, leaving Caleb with very little room to maneuver in. Lockie puts that one downfield, and Caleb has just completely left the ball behind somehow. Lockie couldn't get it on target. Caleb will, though, 4-3, but I mean, that's a play and a half. I'm not too sure. Caleb just went, you know what, you can have the shot, and then jumped over the top of Lockie. I think forced him to stay low on the ground. Left him very awkward to get around for it, and good recovery from Caleb in the end. And Super Lockie left on defense, takes a 50. This is going to be dangerous. Caleb is in amongst it. Has to retreat now at his halfway line. Takes this one up high. Has a reset, gets another. Drops to the floor, and well, he's absolutely left that one behind. Super Lockie has yet another 3-goal. Hazza, are you held captive in Monty's basement? No. No. He's not. He's going to get in some... He's going to have some reprimands handed out, though, for that transition, I think. We did have some stern words after the Monfield Knight incident. Okay, all right. You're a funny guy, aren't you? Caleb makes it 4-5. And look, I would have liked to see that whole play, but no, I had to see that transition. The unfortunate part is, why? If it was clear in the background, it would be great. What is that? What? If you could see like the background of the gameplay going on, that'd be great instead of a black background. Then maybe it'd be funny, you know. Caleb to his own back wall. It's gonna be Lockie all the way back. You can see just the camera movement as well, which I think goes unnoticed at times. People don't really get a good look at what these players are capable of. Super Lockie getting another. Nice play. That's not how a stinger works. I didn't ask how it works. I said it's disappointing that's not how it works. Super lucky. And he's made it a 4-7 game, just extending that lead again. Pretty comfortable from Lockie. I'm not feeling too confident from Caleb right now. Potentially lagging. Could say if he loses any games, it's because of lag. So I suppose that is the case right now. Just feels as though Lockie is being able to keep Caleb at arm's length so often in the first 2 games. 8-4 now. Just feels as though Caleb is off the pace. On target, however, might be able to get back to it. It's going to be Super Lucky. And he's happy to slow the gameplay down. 45 seconds remaining. Doesn't feel as though there'll be the time that Caleb requires. But potentially just get something here. Show us that he can score goals still. Been a while since we've seen him put one on the board. Just quite on his game so far. Would like to see what he can bring to the table in the next, but overall, you look at this and he's put himself in a situation where he has to reverse sweep. Player like Super Lucky, who's held that position in OCE, is one of, if not the best 1v1 player in his time. Looking to do something to reassert himself in that position. But that will be Forbidden Temple. Done and dusted. It will drop down surely. Caleb lets it drop down. And Super Lucky, off to a flyer in the GSL, has absolutely left who I was dubbing the best 1v1 player in OCE in the dirt right now. And Super Lucky, I mean, double the goals. Almost double the points. Not quite. But this is just dominance from Lockie, has to be said. And yeah, wow, look at that. As we have a look at the highlights, I mean, Caleb, you know, he brought us back. This goal was phenomenal to find something. But it just didn't quite go his way. He also took the lead. He has taken the lead twice across 2 games. But Super Lockie has just been the more dominant force. Able to score, well, to be honest with you, a lot more goals across the 2 games so far. Forbidden Temple was very solid from Super Lucky. Caleb hasn't been up to par. Can he find something here just to keep this series alive? Hit the crossbar early. We'll take another one. And it's a crossbar challenge right now. Ronaldinho kind of stuff. As Lockie takes his time. Couldn't get the pump on Caleb. Might drop centrally. Caleb taking his time. Super Lucky has boost, so he was able to play a patient game as well. Caleb now forced all the way back in. Collects the boost off his back wall. He's dangerous from here. We've seen him score from his back wall already. Looking to repeat the trick. Drops it down. Has a reset. Goes for the bump. Doesn't quite catch him as he would have liked. It wasn't flush, but the goal is found. 1-0 scoreline. Caleb has the lead here in Game 3. Although, as I said previously, he's taken the lead twice, now 3 times across this series. He hasn't held on to it as Super Lucky just drops by the ball. Caleb not reading the play there, and to be fair, it was a very difficult read to understand from Lucky. But Game 1 and 2, he took the lead. It was the first goal in Game 1. Game 2, it was to score the second, and then the third to give himself the lead. Took the first here. Can he take another lead here? He struggled to get 2 in one game, and 1v1's a game where he does flow back and forth. That's particularly what you need. Where's CJ? Well, I'd imagine it's on the CJ stream, although I don't think he's live. This is the Money OCE stream, so you've got Money, unfortunately. Lucky with a shot. And also, I know for a fact CJ isn't live, but you know, you're just putting it out. You are on Money OCE and asking where CJ is. Nice flick from Caleb towards the back wall, and again, he's hit the crossbar. Takes his time. Clicks the camera, checks where Lockie was. I think you're probably going to gain an appreciation for how these players read the field. We don't see this in the threes. Don't really see the POVs. I think we have seen at times in threes recently in OCE. Caleb will get another lead here for the second time in this game. He has a lead for the first time in this series. He's able to force a lead twice, which is good signs. But I think we've started to see more POV from the players in OCE, thanks to Hazardats. I think I recall a moment. Might have been Scrub that went for a double tap and looked away from the ball, did the no-look kind of play. Saw that, but in the ones, we're getting a greater appreciation of reading the field where their opposition are. And it's nice to see. Caleb has been deadly from this position. Gets a reset, finds another, slows it down, crossbar! Oh my goodness! If this guy was participating in a crossbar challenge, he would have won 5 times over. Unfortunately, they don't count as goals. Can he do something here? Slows it down again. Well, he has dropped it in. Extends the lead for the first time this series. He has a 2-goal lead. And maybe hitting the crossbar has just got his range in. Got his eye for goal now. He's had to hit the crossbar 17 times to get a greater understanding of where the goal actually is. And he will retreat here to his own corner. Takes plenty of time. Lockie in the midfield line. Really in control, as ever, from Caleb. Goes for the musty. He does catch it. And didn't catch it with any real power. And Lockie will get one in return. 3-2 scoreline. 2 minutes or so remaining. Caleb with that lead. Looking to force a game 4 right now. Has it Sensu likely at any real point? That 3-1 scorelines where you're going, well, that might be an opportunity to pull something back in their series, but when it's that 3-2, you never quite know, particularly in 1v1s. I mean, even at that 3-1 scoreline, you're never feeling as though Caleb is absolutely comfortable with it. Was in a position of power at that point in time, but now it's the power player to find a reset. Couldn't get the goal. Caleb, well, hang on. Can he get back to it? He's missed that one. Can he get the read? No, that bounce is absolutely insane. And now Lockie, don't tell me. He's going. He's done. Oh my goodness gracious me. What are we witnessing? Oh, when I talk about those 2-goal swing moments, that's the opposite end, where it does go in the favor of the player looking to equalize the game. Now looking to take the lead. Super Lockie, the reset off the crossbar, finds the goal and makes it 4-3. It might be coming apart in game 3 for Caleb. I mean, you look at this. Off the kickoff, he does get one back. You look at this series and you feel as though it would at least go 4 before anyone even touches the ball. That this goes 4 at the bare minimum. I mean, you'd imagine potentially even 5. And Caleb does make it 5-4 here, so has that lead re-established with 50 seconds remaining. There's still time for Lockie. There's always time for Lockie in 1v1. That's a nice turn, and again, Caleb just not getting the read of Super Lockie. And we're tied up once again. Lockie clearly just wants this done in the 3. I hope he makes it 6-7, says our observer. I mean, you're looking at this. You know there's no game 6 or 7. What a silly man. Caleb, nice catch, although, again, Super Lockie, as he's done all series long, absolutely dives on it. Gives Caleb no real opportunity to find anything and has that lead. Now it's a matter of seeing what they can do. The goals, bro. No, we're talking about the series score. We're not talking about goals. Caleb takes this one up high. Has a reset. Lockie just absolutely sending it. It has been the strategy to shut down anything Caleb has been going for. That's a good save, but he has to go the full length, and it's going to be Super Lockie with boost and time. Caleb goes for a bump. Couldn't quite locate it. I think that will be series done and dusted. It is Super Lockie knocking down Caleb to the lower brackets after the first series of the JSL. which means we're in for a potentially long, long day. As again, you look at that, Caleb with more shots. But in the statistic that matters, he couldn't get across the line. He took this lead and, well, you can see at that point, almost made it a 3-1 off the crossbar play. Was able to eventually make it a 3-1 lead. But Super Locky looked too good defensively. And that just puts a question mark over Caleb's performance. Was able to take the lead late as well. You'd imagine a player, even though it's 1v1s, of Caleb's ability to maintain that lead. He couldn't hold on to it. And that does mean we are now left in a situation where Caleb has to play through the lower bracket. Completely a situation that, look, it was always on the cards realistically. There was always the opportunity to have to play through the lower bracket. But at the same time, we were looking at it going, Caleb has been such a dominant force in the 1v1s. He's been a player that's been willing to play in show matches. I will say that there's players across OCE that are good ones players, but haven't played in the 1v1 show matches that have been put on. Ground Zero, myself, in our time have been putting on some 1v1 matches. Not so much recently, but in the past, when you reach out to players, some of them not too keen. Caleb certainly always available to do some 1v1s, as is Gus as well, to be fair, which I did hear was having a rough time to start off the day. I'm not too sure if he still is going there. Caleb versus either B-Head or Lucifer in Lowish. Well, there you go. How's other matches going? Let me pull up some. That being said, I do have an announcement to make. How could I forget? How could I forget? It is announcement time, ladies and gentlemen. Before we chuck up a watch party. It is an insane thing to say. But a while ago, and I say a while, it was probably a couple of weeks, I entered a giveaway. And I may have won the giveaway. What's the giveaway, you ask? I won NIP's all expenses paid for trip to Paris for the EWC. I'm going to Paris a second time this year. I mean, I don't know how it's happened, but it's happened. It's off the back of my trip. I'm already going to Europe. I was going to be in Malta for a family holiday a week before. So I'm extending that trip, going to Paris. Yeah. So, wow. That's a cool announcement to make. I'm having a quick look around the fields. I'm not seeing too much right now. I don't know what series we're in, what game we're in. Did I just miss something? Yeah, look. I'm going to Paris a second time this year for a Rocket League event. So, leave some for the rest of us. Well, mate, just go on and qualify for whatever lands there are left in the year for you, potentially as a Kiwi boy. See how that goes. What do we got? We got B-Head against Prompt. And we got Gus against Yuxi. We'll watch that one. We'll have a look at Phil's stream, shall we? Just got to make sure that I have the right stream up. I do. Fantastic. But, like, I want to go to Paris too. Well, I'm sure there'll be another Paris event. Qualify for that one. I don't know. At some point, I'm sure there'll be a Paris event. I mean, I do feel like with the situation at the moment, I wouldn't be shocked if FIFA E is there, but I don't know. So I'm not too sure. But that does mean we might actually... Caleb plays either Laxon or Fizz. Okay, there you go. Surely you give me the ticket. Why would I give you the ticket? I'm going. I'm going to be in Europe at that time anyway. Like, I may as well go. Also, yeah, because of the situation we find ourselves in, where I will be able to, well, I say be able to. I might be spending some time at Hazaprod's facility, otherwise known as his house. So we might be doing some potential EU ranked streams, potentially. We'll see. That's going to be, a couple of days while I'm over in England as well, because I'm going to be spending 2 weeks in Malta, and then I've got to work out what the situation is. But I'm going to spend 2 weeks in Malta, and then probably like 4 days in England at the Hazardprod facility, and then go into Paris. Ranked streams, IRL streams, other content on another platform. It's time. What's he talking about? What does he mean by that? Poor Hazard. What do you mean, poor Hazard? This guy heard the news and went, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Monty, come stay with me. And I had to talk him into giving me a different room. Like, I had to talk him into not making me share a bed with him. Like, that was the hard part about this whole thing. He's like, yeah, I've got a bed. I'm like, is it yours? And he's like, maybe. I'm like, no. All the other rooms will be under maintenance by coincidence. Well, that's fun, isn't it? This could be interesting. Yuxi could force a game 5 here, potentially. Oh, he's going to force a game 5 here. There you go. Interesting. Let me go back to this real quick. I think I got Laxin up. So we're going to be playing the loser of Laxin and Fizz is what I'm hearing. So we're going to have a look at that. Fizz in a good spot. Do we know? Can I share a bed with Hazard since you won't? Aren't you like a child? Is this what? Who do we know who's winning? Anyone in chat? Do we know who's up right now in the series? What are we thinking? Anyone keeping an eye on this series as well? Any knowers? And by knowers I mean like knowing, not knowers like the name Noah. 2-1 Laxin. Okay, so this is going potentially 5 as well. This is potentially going 5 as well then. Couple of 5s. It would be nice to be watching a game 5, wouldn't it? I mean, that would be great. I'd love to see a game 5 where I'm commentating instead of having to watch. That would be fantastic. By the way, Laxun, he's dodging this 1v1. He told me he'd 1v1 me, and he hasn't sent me a DM yet. So it's definitely on him. Physics also streaming it. That's a good point. I forgot about that. Laxon's 2-1. II captain. So this is going 5. Is Fizz known to be a ones player? Is this I mean, what are we thinking? Laxon has been playing a bit of ones on his stream. We'll say that much as well. I mean, I haven't really kept an eye on Fizz, I'm going to be honest. That's going to be nice. That's a nice shot, isn't it? Not too bad. They don't have an overlay on Fizz 6. Could never be us. Hazard, by the way, request for the next game. Make sure that we can see chat, please. I like to see chat. What a silly guy, turning it off. DM me your chat box overlay. No, I mean in-game. I mean in-game. What a silly, silly guy. You have chat? Do you? I didn't see it. You're still silly either way. What a silly guy. What a interesting thing. Okay. Let's have a gaze over. Oh, this is good viewing. Yeah, this is good. Let's just watch Mock watch the Gus game, I think. That's good. I like it. That is okay, cool. What a hater. No, I'm not a hater. I would never hate. My question is, why has this guy not got my stream up? Like, why has Mock not got my stream loaded? You know what I mean? 3 face cams? Yeah, I mean, Hazard gives me a webcam right now. It gets in here as well. I'm going to be honest. So, you know, and it's prime time for him to have a webcam on. So I think he should be doing that. It would be kind of funny just to see the like him clearly giggling as he does something stupid. What that mean? This guy's asking what that means. I mean, can it be any clearer? Okay. Chat, do we think Phil's concerned? Do we think Phil's concerned right now? What are we thinking? Oh, you can have the audio too. How good. Also, can like Mock get rid of these ads? Like, just sub to someone, man. Just sub to Phil. What are we doing? I'm sure Mock's got money. He's got something in the bank account, surely. You'd imagine. Okay, I'm going to look at the other one again. Let's have a look at... let's have a look at Laxon again. Oh, it's fine. Let me do that. Cool. There we go. Sweet. How good? How good? We got Luna watching? I haven't seen Luna in ages. Actually, I should message that guy. Maybe. I might message Luna about something, but we'll see. Okay, so it's looking like we'll probably... I say we, because, you know, Caleb and I are a team. Looking like Fizz is the opposition here. Okay, nice one, Hazardprod. What a cheeky guy. He thinks he's so funny. He actually thinks. Are we a team? When you say we, who do you mean? What's up, Ashley? Welcome in. When you say we, are you talking like us two? Like we did win that tournament as New Zealand Esports that one time. You know. Why is Hazard saying 67 viewers? Why is he's so brain rotted? Like, I honestly think chat would understand if we put Hazardprod on the mic for like an entire event. You would understand just how brain rotted this guy is. How are you a producer? Great question from Luna. Oh my, Laxian. Okay, good save. At this point, you might as well be a part of the NZ team. I think so. Like, if they want to, you know, I can put on a Kiwi accent, you know. Oh, no, Laxon's going for a goal again. Oh, bro, he's made a save. Oh, sick. Nice one, bro. Oh, bad one, bro. How good? See, bro. I could be a part of the New Zealand national team. I could manage. Why am I saying me? I'm just seeing a emote of me in the chat. What's going on here? Laxon? Oh my goodness, this guy is freestyling. You have to do the haka to join. Oh, that's intimidating. Have you done it? Did you do it to join? How's he? Oh, yeah, okay. That is... What a goal. Yeah, when I was like 5. But did you do it to join the New Zealand, like, Rocket League team? Is the question. Why is Hazardprod highlighting his messages with my emote in chat? Like, what is this guy doing? That's for you to find out. Oh, okay. Well, how am I going to find out? I'm asking the guy who will know. Laxon is good, isn't he? Hey, Creed, why don't you play the game like this? I feel like you should. Poor Hazard? Why is it poor Hazard? He's being brain rotted. Like, no, not poor Hazard. I don't understand. Chat, remember that time that Hazard broke the overlay during the 2v2 grand final? How good was that? I mean, that was my favorite moment of the 2s event, I think. He's being misunderstood. I think he's being understood perfectly. I blame... You cannot be blaming Blast for that. That's on you, buddy. You're the one who tried to be silly. Okay, Kong, why are we going in there and saying that I said that he's not 1v1ing me? Like, why are we doing that? Actually, not my overlay? Nah, it's still yours. See, I think Laxon has a chance. You think Laxon has a chance in a 1v1 against me? After that, no, he does not. Absolutely no chance. He couldn't beat me in a 1v1. You see that save attempt? I save that every day of the week. Like, there's levels to this game. And the level is me, Laxon. And Fizz somewhere in the middle, because he's about to win this. Me when I lie, I'm not lying. Money doesn't deserve views is a crazy, crazy statement. I'm pretty sure that guy's banned in my stream, so that's probably why he's saying it. This perma ground player, there you go. Rate the Unks on Land comeback story. I mean, I don't know. Has that... Luna, have you ever considered picking the mic back up? Just a question. Would there be any interest in coming on board for the unofficial official 1v1 stream tomorrow or on Sunday? Would you be intrigued at the prospect? Can tomorrow night? Oh my. Interesting. I might be in your DMs. That's actually good, because I'm going to be honest with you, chat. Right now, we're struggling for talent on Saturday. So, that's, you know, that's good. We are running short. What's the pay? I'll give you a high five. It's the unofficial official, mate. You don't expect much from that. We have plenty of talent. It's me. In this economy. More than what Hazard is getting? Yeah, true. Hazard's actually paying for me to stay with him while I'm in England. So, yeah. True. No, CJ, I don't think... I don't know for certain what the situation is. But I don't think we're going to have... I don't think Formal or CJ is available, and Yummy's maybe not. So, you know, I'm trying to cook something up. I'm trying to get something cooking. But we'll try to throw something together. I'm not too sure right now. Game 5 overtime, by the way. The gang's all here. The gang's not all here. The gang has left me alone and told me, just do something. Get something sorted. If he scores... Okay, he doesn't score a cook, so I was going to say, if he scores like a... Oh. If he scored a aerial into a cooks up in a Game 5 OT, that'd be kind of crazy. This is scary. He's taking it to the air. Oh, my. Individual POV, or are you actual unofficial mainstream? We're actually unofficial, so we'll be doing... Oh! We're playing Laxon! Oh, no! Oh, no, it's Caleb v. Laxon. Crade, who are you supporting? No, we'll do proper unofficial. So we'll be doing each game, each series. Luna, Pig, GZ, and me. Perfect squad to cast Saturday. I'm trying to see if there's any OCE talent, more to be specific. I'm going to be honest with you. That's kind of the vibes I'm going for. Might be a bit hungover, but should be good. Wouldn't be the first time. That'll be good. I like it. Why are you going to be hungover? I'm not saying anything. I just said it wouldn't be the first time. He said more than me. He said he's not saying anything, and he said more than me. So, I don't know. So, Crade, put us in. Put the prediction in now. Put us in your mind. Who do you think wins the next series? Anyone want to go clubbing? Where is Sir Pegasus CJ the Cheese? Pegasus will probably be there. So we'll see how that goes. But the others, I don't know. What's up, Magpie? Anyone want to go clubbing? Damn, if I was in the area, sure. Yeah, just fly over to... I don't know, I don't know. Hazard lives somewhere called Dilly Dally or something, I think. Like, go over there, hang out there, go clubbing and dilly dally. You're toxic me. Yeah. I gotta practice my stupid waste of time yapping. Isn't that what YouTube content is? Dilly Dally England. Okay. Sparrows is begging me to go to PAX this year. I really want to go to PAX, but like, I don't think I will. I kind of want to, but like, I'm spending a lot of money. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm going to Europe for a second time this year. So, I'm not in a great position. Zap, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. You're so right. I mean, yeah. Hey, we could potentially put you on like just a desk if you want to be on desk, perhaps. If you don't want to like cast. You know, we can ask you questions. And by we, I probably won't be there for the first, like, 2 series tomorrow. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. Rather be the other way around? Okay, fair. Don't you get 250k a year from casting? I wish I could say yes. Spent 2.5k on monitors, so I should be fine spending money to go to PAX. If I know enough people going to PAX this year, I might go. Low key. Wait. Hazaprod hasn't selected. He's just selected a team for the World Cup mode. He hadn't done it. He hadn't done it yet. If you go on 100% going, I need to still work it out because, like, you know, where is PAX? It's in Melbourne. If I'm doing what I would be doing. May, Paris. June, August, Malta, England, Paris. October, Melbourne. I don't know if I can do all that. I don't know if that's doable. What's a PAX? It's Penny Arcade Expo, I think is what it's technically called, but it's just an event for people to go and see, like, a gaming expo, essentially. Did Gus beat Yuxi? Good question. I don't know. Actually, no idea. What I do know is Laxon has the wrong logo. But it would have been funny if I left it. You know what? I'm showing you. Look at that. Look at this silly observer putting the wrong flag for Laxon. What a silly guy. Let's all laugh at Hazard, shall we? Okay, come on. That's not it. That's not it. Hazaprod, it's on site in Europe. If you mean it's on site and you'll kiss him, he'll be very happy. Anything else, he'll be very upset. Now, why would I say that? What rank you? I am GC1, but I am not playing right now. Let's play how many monies can you hide on the screen? Let's not do that, actually. I don't think we need to do that. I like that I haven't told him what flag to put for Laxon. I've just told him he's wrong. Go have some juice and have dinner. I'll see you tomorrow. Potentially just DM me. Aye, Captain. I shall most likely be in your DMs depending on other responses I get. Juice question mark. Yes, juice. Having some apple juice, of course. I am seeing Hazaprod in free play. It's not looking too good. Okay. W liquid but for dinner. What's wrong with juice at dinner time, bro? Were you not 6 at one point in your life? Aren't you still 6? Nah, you're spending money. You're not 6. Juice at dinner time was like prime time when I was a child. Are you calling Luna 6? Maybe. I don't know. I am a kid. Aren't you like... I don't actually know how old you are. I swear you're like 19 at least. Let's say Hazaprod's looking for a ground pinch. He's not very good at it. You're definitely not 20. Okay, exactly. What counts as a kid? Like, I don't know. Okay, I'd probably say like... I don't even consider teenagers teenagers. Like, when they're like 17 and 18, I go, okay, maybe... Well, 17, 18, and 19, I'm like, okay, maybe you graduate to a teenager thing. Like, if you're like 15, you're still a kid. I can't lie. Aren't you 27? Great question. Killer, are you 27? How am I still a kid then? Because, like, I don't know. I feel like you're just a kid unless you're like, I don't know, unless you're like 17, you're still a kid. And then you're a teenager until you're like 20. I can't lie. And then you're 21, you're an adult there. You're literally 17, so you're a kid. Damn, Spires is going to PAX, so I got to avoid him. You're 52. Do I believe that? I don't know. I'm going to assume we're in a test lobby, by the way. I know we're in a test lobby. I'm joking. But, Kraid, I need your final input. Who is winning? Who is winning this one? Oh, I like those colors. I didn't like those colors. It was kind of weird to understand, but at the same time, it was kind of a cool overlay. We had dark blue and light blue, which was kind of cool. You think a Vampel is winning? Is he? Vampel's not even in the thing anymore, right? A Vampel OCE GOAT. I'm not sure about that one. Not sure about that one. Bro can see the future with those specs. I assure you, I cannot see anything. This is to correct my very bad eyesight. I don't think you understand. What was that? No one can see. Show the stream your feed. Have you got a replay for us? He has got a replay. Hold up, look at this. What is that? Oh, he's good. If he does this, I'm going to be scared. If he does this in game, there's a pop-off moment. I'll tell you that much. All right. Anyway, I'll give him time. Okay, what did I look at? I go now. Okay, 5 resets. Should have gone to Specsavers. I actually did, fun fact. But I'm still blind. So, you know. Unironically, +6 and +7 eyesight. Alrighty, chat. It is time to get into... You're getting laser eye surgery in December. I don't think technically they can do it for my eyesight. It is time to get into our second match. Loser of this, out of the tournament. Not something you would have expected. Laxon against Caleb, 2 players that should be in the top 8. But mess arounds in the Swiss stage have put them in difficult situations in their first matchups. Caleb is a very mechanical player, but Laxon in OCE is just on another level. Caleb, though, certainly has more experience when it comes to the ones I would imagine, particularly at higher levels. Caleb slows it down, gets a lot of power on that flick, finding the back wall, and now sets himself for the side wall play. Has a nice catch, has a nice reset, has a nice shot, has a nice goal. 1-0 to Caleb. Not quite a penta reset, but still a very nice goal. And it might be 2. It is 2. Caleb off the kickoff. Well, this is more like the Caleb we were expecting to see. Certainly much more like we were anticipating from Caleb against Super Lucky. Never really showed it. Now, doing it against Laxon, 3-0 very quickly in his favor. Of course, these two guys, opposition here, but have been on each other's team quite a bit as of late for New Zealand in the FIFA E Nations League qualifiers for the FIFA E World Cup. Caleb will make it 4 on target. Very nicely done. For these two teammates in the past, of course, as well. Not current teammates in 3v3, but do have a long history of being teammates, whether it's at an international level or an RLCS regional level. Laxon can't get there. Caleb will send this one out to the side. Instead, he cuts infield. Lax with no boost does dive onto it, which was a strategy Super Lucky was able to absolutely find and force into consideration in the previous. Caleb gets another one here, but Super Lucky was diving onto everything, just not giving Caleb a chance to really breathe at all in the previous series. Lax in a player with speed, with the ability to shut down those lanes towards the net. Hasn't done so far in game one. Yet to find himself on the score sheet in game one. Laxon out to the side. Caleb will control that one. Laxon sticks around the plate, doesn't want to leave and give possession to Caleb. Talking about closing down that space. He'll get a demo and boost, but he's not able to collect that ball on the side as he likes, as we know he can do. Slows it down, and it's just not going right for Laxon right now. Does get a pinch out to a dangerous position. Caleb has coughed it up, but he gets back to it and will grab the 100 to play with through the midfield line. Wants the sidewall. Collects 100 again towards the ceiling. Looks for a ceiling pinch to the back wall. Laxon has none of that. Might be able to find a sidewall double. Caleb getting in the way, but Laxon on a follow-up does get his first of the lower quarterfinal matchup. I am from Australia, Jinx. Caleb. Variation on the kickoff. We haven't seen too much of that in the first series from Caleb. Did win quite a chunk of his kickoffs, to be fair, against Super Lucky, but that wasn't the area that he was really able to make any impact from. Well, that was the only area he was able to make impact from, rather. Laxon didn't get the reset. Caleb did his best to stick around in the air and float for long enough to keep himself involved. Laxon sidewall double. Just hasn't got himself online so far. Caleb towards the net. Laxon does save it, but it's crossbar and post away. And put a long way from Laxon, but the follow-up just never really looks likely. Looks to stick underneath it now. Plays it to the sidewall. Wants to find a bump. Couldn't do so. Caleb will send this one out to the wings. Gets a reset. Laxon diving. Closing the space down, as I said, was a successful strategy against Caleb previously. Could it be too little too late in game one? Or could it just be a blueprint to build off of in the next couple of games? Laxon will make a stop here and looks to control it. Has brilliant control of it. Goes for a bit of a breezy. Didn't catch it. Caleb will. Out to the side, and Laxon just diving on the Cookster pinch. It'll be Caleb instead. With a minute remaining, it's not out of the realms of possibility that Caleb looking to make it 6. Could absolutely end game one here. That's an error. Gives away possession. Laxon from the sidewall. Drops down nicely. Takes a 50 low, and now back out to the right corner of Caleb's defense. Laxon dropping down again. Wants to take it up. Takes a 50. Caleb did well just to not let Laxon play with time, and I think that's something that's key to both of these players. When they have time and space, they are two very, very deadly players. Caleb has been given more of that space. Able to close down the door a couple of times. Laxon trying to do the same, but couldn't quite. 6-1 scoreline. Caleb dominant on Manfield night. Laxon has to play this to his own back wall, but no time remaining. That will mean Caleb has secured the first. Laxon looking to style at the end of game one, but couldn't quite catch a hold of that Pogo play. Might be able to get a psycho. Doesn't connect with that either. Grounded the ball, and Caleb does take game one of the lower quarterfinal. Loser of this, again, reminder, out of the competition. Laxon just not quite finding anything of any real quality. Got that one goal, but aside from that, he had 7 shots. And he just couldn't quite make anything count aside from that one. It was Caleb that opened the scoring, and I mean, what a goal to open the scoring, by the way. Able to just contort his car back into position to play that around. It was phenomenal stuff, but Laxon just caught out of position a few too many times. in game one. You can see there again, another situation where Laxon just not quite in position. We did see this play from Laxon, but the follow-up the second time, Caleb making the save the first. But it just felt as though Caleb was kind of doing what Super Locky did against him, to be fair. As we move on to game two. Caleb will put that one on target early. But for Laxon, change of preset, change of vehicle, change of mindset potentially. You could see that he was trying to take some pages out of Super Locky's book and closing the gap down quickly. That's going to be so unfortunate on the bounce from Laxon. But you saw previously, Caleb struggling when the door was shut in front of him, when he didn't have that time to play with. Against Locky, it was very difficult to get going. Caleb hitting that to his own post and finds a sidewall set up. Laxon will pinch that to the midfield. Finds himself time to set himself in the defensive line. Laxon tried to, at times, give Caleb no space. But Caleb proving to be the quicker of the Kiwis in game one. Laxon, that's a nice pinch. Looking to get back to it. It's going to roll around dangerously. Will get there in time. Caleb couldn't get back. And Laxon opens the scoring this time around on Forbidden Temple. Monty, Laxon did pump his tunes up before game two, so looking to lock in. Well, that is seemingly working, as he will have a second of game two. Caleb got up to a quick start in game one. Game two is, I wouldn't say an overly quick start for Laxon, but it's certainly a slow start for Caleb. Does take his time. Nice control, good flick, gonna be saved. No, it's not. Caleb finds the goal via Laxon on this occasion. The flick was too close to Laxon as he retreated. You would have expected it to be a position that Laxon could make the save, but just caught off guard as both will collect 100. Laxon uses it to get a reset. Down to the ground now, popping it up high. Caleb will play this one around the corner, has 100 to play with. Looking to line this one up, fakes the 45. Laxon with a save, and will control this to the sidewall. Caleb again will play that in a position that is favorable for himself. Takes it up high, wants to slow it down, fake underneath, could not get there. Caleb will have possession and takes it all the way back. Laxon with a pinch, now to the sidewall. Caleb in possession, won't be able to get a bump. Laxon able to make the save. Moves this one down into a good position. Caleb will get a very bad touch. Laxon makes it 3, and that is all at the fault of Caleb. You got to be there to score the goal, of course, for Laxon, but Caleb just getting his angles wrong and getting a touch that he certainly would want back. Laxon is retreating, and Caleb is taking a reset. Used a musty, didn't collect on the catch. Good play from Caleb. And he slows it down and immediately accelerates there. Finds the open net. 3-2. Back within 1. Puts an interesting spin onto game 2. Both delaying the kickoff and eventually both connecting with the kickoff at the same time. So didn't do too much for either. Laxon gets a reset. Forced out to a tight angle. Does look to make something happen from the sidewall, although the drop down too close to Caleb, and he will capitalize. That is a 3-3 game. Two minutes remaining, we're tied up. What did you think about the match against Paraguay? I thought it was not a bad performance, but there's definitely things that I do have questions over. To be fair, I'm not too sure about the selection of Bajic. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a massive fan of him at even club level. To be at a World Cup is interesting. He's also that pass back to Pat Beach and then getting upset at Pat Beach. It's like, well, come on. He didn't even need to play it. Nice flick from Caleb. Of course, we're talking about the Socceroos while two Kiwis are playing Rocket League ahead of us. Fantastic stuff. Seen a bit of these guys playing against the Rocketroos on this channel, of course. I am the current streamer for the Rocketroos in the FIFA E Nations League. These guys playing for New Zealand. They kept passing the beach so much. I mean, I'm okay with the back pass. I'm not okay with what Bayard did on that occasion. Caleb couldn't quite get that one on target. Laxon will send this to the side wall, and you'd imagine Caleb can turn onto it, which he does. He scored something of similar quality previously, but he couldn't get that one. He'll take the boost and sends this out towards the ceiling now. Has a reset. Goes for the musty. Finds it. Laxon caught himself off in a bad position, but Caleb making him pay with a reset with the musty. Laxon sending himself too much into the goal and couldn't readjust. Socceroos better than the Rocketroos. I disagree. Socceroos are too close to Socceroos, and in quick passing, if you were to say Socceroos or Socceroos, people would think you're just saying Socceroos. Rocketroos is a good distinction between the two. NZ caster watching an NZ player versus another NZ player. Yes, I am quite well known to be Kiwi right now as things stand. Caleb will get one on the board at the end of the game. And that will be game 2 going the way of Caleb. We are going highlights to next game, so don't need to go to your face. But what if I want to go to my face? All right? That's the question. Laxon's keeping this alive. Caleb's going to keep it alive. I saw this back in, what was it, season 3 or 4? I think it was, with Cloud9. I can't remember who they were playing, but they keep it up at the end. And Laxon, oh, he's almost thrown. Are they gonna pass the ball to the other, or are they just gonna keep it up for as long as possible? Nope, they're gonna let it drop down eventually. Well, there you go. Caleb does take game 2. Why has a why? I mean, I'm still sure you'll see my face. He just means you're not gonna see my face cam. Although, I'm gonna do it really quickly here. Too bad. He said no face cam. You're getting a face cam. How do you like that, Hazza? Anyway, there we go. That's the scoreboard from the previous. And there you go. You see my face a few more times. I'm not too sure how I feel about this, but it is what it is. As Laxon did open the scoring, to be fair. Also was able to extend the lead when Caleb made an absolute meal on his own back wall. But overall, well, there you go. That's the play I was talking about. I thought it was to make it 2-0. It was to make it 3-2. But it's too solid from Caleb in the end, able to turn this game right around. And Laxon just hasn't really gotten going, to be fair. I mean, Caleb, that's a nice musty as well. But we haven't really seen Laxon get going. We saw him go to Game 5, overtime in Game 5 in his previous. We were watching that. He's live on his channel if you want his direct POV. But over here, Caleb has absolutely gotten into some form. Anyone remind me of who the next opposition is? Because it was something like Behead or Lucifer, right? The winner of this would play one of those two guys, I believe. Lucifer has played a lot of 1v1s on my show matches. On occasion, has played against Caleb on those 1v1 show matches. Hasn't got a good record against Caleb, so I think if Caleb, you're probably wanting that matchup. If he can get across the line here, which he will put one across the line early to make it 1-0. And Caleb with a demo. Nice recovery to get back around to it. Gives them the lead. Laxon's preset's nice. Can we get a POV? Thank you. Anyone aware of what decal that is? Because that's not too bad. The purple sparkles, I don't mind it. I did recently purchase myself some cobalt sparkles, I believe, but purple looks even better, I'm going to be honest. I might have to cop that if it ever comes back to the item shop. And if you're buying anything in the Rocket League or Fortnite item shop, make sure to use code money OCE at checkout, because why not? I mean, come on, gotta put something out there, as Caleb will make it too. Gotta fund the unofficial official stream tomorrow somehow, so that would be greatly appreciated. Decal is Scorn Thorn. I don't know if I've ever actually heard of it, to be fair. It's from an old Rocket Pass. Well, I hope I have it, because I might have to make myself a decal. Excellent, good save. Was tier 40 for Rocket Pass 8? I might be able, I don't know. What a play from Laxon, though. Talking about his preset. He's showing us what he can do off the ground plate. Just able to generate so much power from very minimal movement. Red Forest. Bro, that's clearly Affluenza. We're not talking about that one. Caleb. From zone backwall. Very good at these plays. We've seen it a few times now. Gets a double reset. Drops to the ground. Gets the final touch to make it 3-1. Hazard was wrong. Shot. Sorry, that was wrong. Laxon. I mean, what a touch. Gets a reset. Wants to get back to it with a musty. Oh, Laxon. That was almost beautiful. Caleb. Again. Taking it up high. Both of these players showing the mechanical capabilities. And it's another one. Wow. Wow. What a goal. What a goal explosion. Thank you for that one. The winner will face either Lucifer or B-Head, so it is confirmed that then. I thought it was the case. Caleb, can he make it 5? No, he can't. Off target. Was an open net, but it was also a very difficult open net to score, and I think this game is getting away from Laxon. I mean, you would look at these two players and go, we would expect them potentially making, you know, even top 6s or so. Particularly Caleb, of course, Laxon. I don't think he's as much of a ones grinder, but with that mechanical ability to really separate himself from the rest of the pack, you'd think that he could transition to that 1v1 gameplay. But right now, it seems as though Laxon will be out of the tournament early. Caleb still on the chopping block, has another series after this, as long as he continues on and does get across the line, Laxon will get one back, so it's not quite done and dusted yet. But for either of these players, there is a potential, there is a imminent factor to drop out of the tournament for Laxon right now. Unless something changes, get it to reset from his own corner, looks for the ground pinch, couldn't quite collect it, almost worked out in his favor. Caleb didn't get the demo though. So Laxon across the halfway line. Gets sent on from Caleb. Will be able to grab that corner boost and just tries to take the time out of this one. Might be able to get something from the sidewall. Got a reset, got a 50. Laxon got the boost. That'll relieve some pressure, although he has panics there. Caleb will make it 6-1. Laxon getting it all wrong. Not ideal. I thought Sparks was about to give Laxon a tip. Laxon, can he get one here? That would keep it within a sniff. It is going to be 3-goal difference. Minute remaining. It's not done yet. It's still a long way back. If Laxon can force something in Game 3, then Game 4 and 5 do look more likely. That's a kickoff goals for Laxon. But right now, you're looking at a 4-goal deficit to overturn. A 5-goal deficit it was, in fact, to overturn that. And then to go on, win the game, and win another 2 after this. It would be an insane storyline. Caleb could end it here. And I think he will. That's going to be a chance to put it on target. Going to take his time as well. Not rushing the chance. 4-7. Still not done just yet, but you look at this and go, I think it is probably just about done. Caleb will make it 4-8, and now I think it's getting somewhat painful for Lax. And we haven't seen any forfeits at this stage. I don't know if forfeits are allowed in the GSL, actually, although in Game 3, or in a last game, I'd imagine players wouldn't be calling it regardless of the situation. They are. There you go. Caleb didn't land on the ceiling. But we haven't seen any so far. Laxin, it's almost own goal. I mean, that would have put an end to the game. I think for a moment he thought he had as well. But I will say we will never forget that goal Laxin scored in free play. But he is out of the RLCS 1v1s in OCE. Caleb putting on a good performance. Got swept in the first series. Gets a sweep in the second. Then forces himself into a match with either Lucifer or Banana Head. Whenever that one is decided. But, I mean, Laxin, he had his moments, didn't he? He did create chances. It was just too good from Caleb, who is one of the best in OCE for once. Very difficult to come up against him in the lower quarterfinals, but still, you've got to win against the player that's facing you. Caleb doing that against his Kiwi teammate. Laxin never really got going. Had a couple of moments, had a couple of big plays. But he was never really able to make the impact that he wanted on this 1v1 event. Well, let's have a look around the grounds, perhaps. What's going on elsewhere? We'll have a quick look. But yeah, Lucifer, game 5. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Let's have a look. Let's have a listen.
Boom. Nah. Yes, Banana Head, that's so smart. He goes in the air, he trusts it, and he just goes solo.
Why is this guy immediately glazing? What's going on? Those transitions are peak.
This is lovely.
I don't know about that. I'm going to get some toast. Be right back. Oh, I would have liked some toast.
Huge.
Have you ever stepped on your toast?
Glaze City, bro. I low-key, like...
I have genuinely joined, and Mock is just completely glazing B-head here.
That's like the hardest part of the whole thing. And he's by himself.
Like, he's not casting Mock. I'd like to hear some casting from Mock, but he's just glazing B-head, realistically.
Come on, John. Yeah, that's good.
Jamal, if possible, could you please keep it to English in chat?
Yeah, bro. This is a B-head win. This is such a B-head win. I've loved the way he's played game 4, and I love the way he started game 5. I love it. Miss boost. Nervous. Knows he missed boost. Chases it. Wants possession. He's going to get possession. Go solo. Yep. Go in the air. Low 50. It's ridiculous that he can, like, hustle that corner.
Amphis is Monkey Moon Glazer and Mock is B-head Glazer. I mean, Mock is also a Monkey Moon Glazer. I think overall, Mock has more people he glazes. You know what I mean? I think that's the thing here.
How is that not a demo? Anyways. That's Shrub, you're not wrong. At least I was up to something.
This is actually very interesting because I haven't seen Caleb against B-head that I can recall. I have seen Caleb against Lucifer. But I would also like to see Lucifer do well in the 1v1. So for him to go against Caleb in the lowers will be unfortunate.
This has been pure dominance. Lucifer has had 0 offense in 9 minutes even.
Good maths from Mock. I like it. Yeah, Lucifer's just, I don't know. I haven't seen Lucifer play ones in a little while. He was doing a lot of those show matches that I was doing for a while. But nowadays, you look at it and I'm not too sure if he's changed too much, but there was a tilt factor for Lucifer, which doesn't seem to be the case there as long as he gets that goal, which he does. But there was a tilt factor for Lucifer in the past. He is a relatively young player in OCE.
He just goes solo plays, brother. No, Tim's. I mean, like in the air. In my brain, a solo play is like in the air. Like this right here. This is a solo play. This in my brain.
Apologies, chat. I'm just sorting some stuff out in the back end.
Good touch. Force a bang out. Keep possession. Here he goes. Edge will bump. First one of the series. Bang. 4-1. Call it a fucking day. Shit is way too easy.
I don't think he's allowed to technically swear on the team stream, but alright, Mock. Go on, then.
I'm just witnessing greatness. Sometimes you just gotta take in greatness. He went down 2-1 in the series.
He is not. There you go. No, just some other stuff. Has up.
Necessary to bring this back to a free win. Who does Lucifer play for? He's bad at threes. Pfizer. He doesn't play for anyone. He doesn't qualify.
The kitchen here, okay.
Yeah, B-Ed's won this. I don't know. He just.
What are you making? He's making toast.
Two-goal game. He's a standing observer. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I'm a fan. I'm just a fan. They got a fan to stream Banana games. That's what it is.
Post 100. There you go.
Not too sure.
I actually wouldn't mind this going to an OT. I don't think it's going to happen though. With what spread? Vegemite, surely. Surely. Bit of Vegemite. Go on.
He does. Wow.
With what? Yeah, barbecue sauce.
Caleb's something as well, which sucks.
Is that real? Are you just having toast with barbecue sauce on it?
Huge land. What's me?
It's real? What? And you actually don't want to try Vegemite toast.
B-Ed camera shade.
And you're just going to have barbecue sauce on toast. This guy's like, no, I don't like Marmite, so I'm not going to like Vegemite. It's it's different, bro. Trust. I will drink a bottle of barbecue sauce before eating Vegemite ever again. Okay, but if you give me the option of drinking barbecue sauce or eating an entire jar of Vegemite, I'm eating the jar of Vegemite every day of the week. 100%. I feel like barbecue sauce will just become so sickly after a while, but Vegemite just, it's always so good.
Why did he do that?
Vegemite's always just so goated.
This was such a great series. Yeah, it was.
Bro, I could genuinely sit here and eat spoonfuls of Vegemite.
As fans of the game, we can
genuinely.
all appreciate this series. This was a lovely series to watch. Banana Head comes on top.
Caleb vs. Lucifer's interesting. I don't think it's overly interesting. I feel like Caleb has the history, and I'm not too sure if Lucifer will be able to overcome that.
Comes out on top. GG's.
I'm pretty confident.
And he's happy.
I'm pretty confident against Lucifer for Caleb, which is unfortunate. I like to see Lucifer do well in once.
Much respect, though, El Streamer.
Caleb is looking good right now. I don't know if Caleb is looking good. Off the back of that series, sure, but in general, he hasn't looked good enough. You know what I mean? That's the problem I'm looking at here. That is the potential problem. What's up, Redzilla? How you doing? Low-key might run a minute of ads just so we don't get ads during... Actually, no, that doesn't even do an hour. Never mind. I won't do that. You're just going to get ads at random times during the series, probably. My bad. I could do 3 minutes of ads, but I don't know if we'll be in the series by then, so... My bad. I should have run ads during that. Oh, well. It is what it is. Hydrate? Will do. I did just hydrate, but I appreciate that. Just got here. What match did I miss? We've done 2. We lost. We're on 3 minutes. We have test lobby. Sorry, chat. We're running 3 minutes of ads so we don't get ads during the next series. I'll see the subs on the other side. I'll see the followers on the other side. I'll see the subs in a second. But we had Zumi just watched ads, so he'll probably be able to hear this. We had Caleb lose to Super Lucky. And we had Caleb beat Laxon. Those are the 2 matches we've had so far. So the next one is the qualifying round, which is Lucifer against Caleb. Oh my goodness, we have a mock rate of 77 viewers during an ad break. I don't know if it's still gonna be a thing. 1 minute of ads. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's so unfortunate from them. But hey, we'll see them on the other side. Welcome in to those that can hear me. Welcome in. I turn ads off for this. I'm smarter and better. I'm still in ads, by the way. I turn ads off for this. I'm smarter and better. I'm still in ads, by the way. What's he talking about? How does he turn ads off? I need to discuss this with him. L train for money chat. L, this guy's just come in with a hate raid. What's going on? Why is he... I need to discuss this with Mock. I'm going to be honest. Also, I need everyone to call Mock scared. When Mock is back, everyone call this guy a scaredy cat, alright? He was offered to have like a desk position for the unofficial official, and he said, no, I'm just going to do B-head stream. We're just gonna have to talk down on that guy for being scared. It's unfortunate. We aren't even in the test lobby. Yeah, finally back. What's up, Mock? Thanks for the raid, firstly. Secondly, you turn ads off for this. I'm smarter and better. You turn ads off for your 1v1 stream? Is that what you're saying? Because you can't turn them off entirely. I'm running 3 minutes now, so people don't get ads mid-series. You cannot turn them off entirely. You are guaranteed to have ads. So I'm doing it so people don't get ads during the series. Low-key, you're smarter. Bro, I've been doing this for years. I've been doing this since before I casted you on the 3-2-1s or whatever it was. 100% unk. Okay, whatever. Also, everyone's calling you a scaredy cat. They know that you said no to being on mainstream. So... you know. It's unfortunate. We haven't even gone into the test lobby yet, so this is a great start for us. I'm going to be honest. We got a little bit of time to kill. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Monty. I'm one of the OCE RLCS casters. Surely gift a fella out here. I did not want it to be on mainstream. Actually, I'm calling you Unk, and I'm 1 month older. Are you exactly 1 month older than me? Because I'm exactly a month older than Sir Pegasus, which is kind of crazy. Cole, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. But I hope everyone's doing well. Hope you enjoyed the Banana Head Glaze Fest. We did tune into that. All I heard was just, wow, he's so good. Wow. Wow, Banana Head, Banana Head, Banana Head. Wow, I'm such a Banana Head glazer. Is all I heard from Mock. I'm going to be honest with you. So, you know, did I just hear Glaze Fest? That's what you were doing. I mean, I don't know. Your revenue is going down because of ads money. What? Couldn't hear Mock with that banana? It's okay, I'm not gonna... It's called respecting greatness. It's called glazing. People leaving. Who invited this guy? I ran ads, so during gameplay, you don't get ads. My bad for that. It also doesn't have pre-roll on now. If I'd done it a minute earlier... you guys would have all come in from Mock Stream and gone, oh no, ads, and you wouldn't have had ads at all. You know what I mean? Good, I'm glad you're not CJ. Yeah, CJ just runs ads whenever he feels like it. He goes, wait, something peak's about to happen. We have peak viewership. Ads. Bro, hard not to glaze all these players in the tournament. I don't know if it's hard not to. The Lucifer prophecy is real trust. So you're thinking that he's going to get a... he's going to get a job done across from Caleb here? Is that what we're thinking? Did Caleb 3-0 Laxon? Caleb did 3-0 Laxon. Caleb got 3-0'd and then 3-0'd. We are all waiting for Laxon to play. Does he know? CJ was doing ads in top 6 while watching Bogans. Okay, I'm going to be honest. It's not actually CJ's fault. I don't know if you're being real about that. It wasn't CJ's fault for running ads. He didn't click play ads. Big T, just that guy. How is the bracket going? I haven't actually looked at the bracket, to be fair. Let me do that. I've just heard myself on stream because Mock rated into me. My bad. Let's have a look. Let's actually pull this up on stream, shall we? Here we go. Get blinded. Lucifer is here through a win against Cupia and a loss against B-Head. We're joining the game, but that's a test lobby, so don't you worry about that one. But we have Fizz and Prompt and Lucifer and Caleb. I do feel like that's a rough one. I feel like you see that and go, one of these two could be on the other side. Four Eyes. How old are you, brother? I heard that insult when I wasn't even in kindergarten yet. Anyway, let's have a look at Pool 2. Torsos with a massive win against Gus. Showing he still got it. I don't mind it. Anyone got eyes on that? Anyone got eyes on Hunter and Interlude? Does anyone know how that's gone? Gus against Shores, possibly? That's interesting. I'm hearing, I think we might be in. We might have, test lobby's already been quick. Yeah, test lobby's done and dusted. All right. We are close to getting in. Refresh. Too late now. Too late now. Jonathan Ossoff. Okay. Gonna get that guy out of here. What an interesting fella. I think he might have been on his parents' YouTube account. I'm gonna be honest. Can this drops guy please relax? What's he done now? Anyway, chat. Big matchup here. I mean, two of OCE's better 1v1 players, to be honest. One of them not going to make the top 8. Caleb has been at the top of the ones game in OCE for some time. Lucifer has at times looked to push the narrative in his favor. He has done a lot of 1v1 show matches against Caleb in his time, and in my streams in particular as well. But I think at the same time, you look at it and go, Caleb has the history. Can Lucifer, in this situation, pull an upset? He has lost his head at times against Caleb as well. I will say that. In the show matches in the past, he has called early forfeits. Has left early. Caleb gets a reset. Nice musty to open the scoring against Lucifer in the lower semi-final. Nicely done. Don't slander Lucifer. I'm not going to... I like Lucifer as a ones player. I think he's a very good ones player. And I'm actually quite disappointed that one of these two players will not be making the top 8. I think both should be in there. I'm going to be honest with you. It's just the way the bracket has fallen. Just means that these two players have an early matchup. They have played a few times in other events in 1v1s, and typically it's late on. Caleb will make it a 2-1 scoreline. But still, these two players will know each other's tendencies in 1v1. Nice control from Lucifer. Good catch, good flick, good save. Caleb has that lead at the moment, looking to extend it. Should be able to extend it here with a shot on target. And gets exactly that. Both should be bracket is cooked. Unfortunately, the bracket is like this because Caleb and I believe Super Lucky as well struggled in the Swiss stage, both losing at least a series, maybe both, maybe Super Lucky losing 2. I might be wrong on that, which has put Caleb into the lower bracket off the early start here. Caleb gets a reset, gets a musty as well. That's 2. Didn't quite catch that one with the power required. Lucifer, tight angle, manages to squeeze it in. Nice readjustment in the air here to catch that one. Back within 1. Game not getting too far out of hand for either player. We've seen very dominant game 1s on our stream so far today. That's going to be on target. It's going to be Caleb to make it a 4-2, sorry. And for those joining in as well, a heads up, we will be having an unofficial official 1v1 stream across the weekend. we are looking to pull together a bunch of talent that we can potentially have on display, because we're missing some of the regulars from OCE, unfortunately. I will be missing in action for the first couple of series tomorrow as well. So looking to pull some talent together, but we will be having an unofficial official. Should be covered on all the casters' streams, as Lucifer will put that one on target to make it 4-3 now. Might also be on CJ's channel still. Not sure about that one. What games are today? Like what's next? This is the final game for us today on our stream. Lucifer out to the side wall off the kickoff. Caleb just diving to close the distance, and Lucifer will play this out to the side now. Has 100 boost in the tank. Caleb has some to play with, but Lucifer keeps it high. Looks for the 50. Really nicely done from Lucifer. Drops it down for the 4-all. Three minutes to play. We're tied up. Plenty of goals already scored, and there's still so much time remaining. As Lucifer will line this one up, catches it nicely, has a flick, and Caleb will make the stop. Wants to get back to it now. Won't get back there. It's going to be Lucifer across, and couldn't turn in time. Goes for an early pinch, just gets a bit of height behind it. As Caleb took his time and eventually commits to the play. Lucifer also committed. Caleb didn't get the reset. That'll buy Lucifer some time in the midfield. Nice plays at the moment from both players, but you can tell that they don't want to concede next. Even though there's so much time remaining, they seemingly playing a careful game right now. Not desperate to get on offense. More concerned about controlling in the back line. Reset. Caleb drops to the floor. Let it go by. Now it's Lucifer. Both players with boost. Lucifer gets a flick. It's going to be easy enough for Caleb the first time of asking. Lucifer looks to get back to it, trying to push Caleb out of position. Lucifer brings it under. Cuts out wide. Chops back inside. Good save from Caleb, but he's low on boost. Left stranded. Lucifer, half a tank. Takes it slow. Flick over the top crossbar. Caleb was underneath where the ball fell. A tactical game from both players. Looking to force the other out of position. Not able to rely on mechanics or even the speed of the game. Right now, it feels more like a chess match than anything else. Caleb off the back wall, gets a reset. Now looking to show that mechanical ability. Hits the back wall. It's going to be Lucifer on the follow-up. He's almost... Well, he has panicked, in fact. Might be able to make that save. Won't make that save. The panic got to him in the end. And Caleb makes it a 5-4 game. Lucifer off that kickoff might go down a couple here. Game one does feel as though it's going to fall the way of Caleb. Lucifer did keep this game pretty close for quite some time. Good dunk from Caleb, and that should just about end the game. We haven't seen any forfeit calls on this stream so far, but we did see one on some watch parties. But I think in this moment, when you are fighting for your life in the tournament, you never quite want to call it over until it's absolutely over. Nice cut from Lucifer, and that's why you don't call the forfeits, because he's back within two. Nice play. Good cut. Caleb with no boost. Tried to close the distance. And Lucifer finds something in the final 35. Caleb might be able to kill the game off once more. That is perfect precision on the strike. Love to see it. Plenty of power. That one sailing in to the top right. That should kill off the game now. Not going to say that it's done just yet, though. 30 seconds do remain. Lucifer. Well, he's back within two yet again. So it just doesn't seem to get out of reach. There's always a chance. 25 seconds remaining. Realistically, this kickoff has to go well for Lucifer. Otherwise, we're probably just about done for game one. I think that kickoff should secure it for Caleb. That will go up high, drop down. Caleb will be there. That will do for game 1. 13 seconds remaining. And next is called. So that will be a forfeit. I'm not sure if the admin has caught that one yet. There you go. We have seen it. I'm curious to see what Hazard does in this situation. Although I assume it just, the admin will set it to 1 second or not. Admin came back from the toilet break. There we go. Game done for Caleb. Nicely done. There was that passage of play at 4-all where it felt really, really close. But then Caleb was able to extend the margin a few times, just keeping Lucifer at arm's length. You can see the shooting, though. 12 to 13. Lucifer not too far behind, considering the goals that were scored. I do find it funny that we have an assist stat there. Not a high demo affair either. Haven't seen too many of them across this afternoon. But it was a great start. Caleb able to extend that lead a couple of times and sort of did what Super Lucky did to him, I'll be honest. No music when you show... so, technically, he's only observing. He's only observing. I am doing the production, so I'm not caring too much about the music playing in the background. 0 assists on both sides. They need to play more as a team, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely. As we head into game number 2, Forbidden Temple. Lucifer kept it close at times in game 1, but when Caleb got going, it was hard to stop him. Lucifer gets challenged by Caleb early here. This is going to be a good setup for Caleb to score the opener perhaps, although he's taking his time here. Does catch a flick. Lucifer didn't read it. Goal 1 goes the way of Caleb on game 2. Lucifer should be able to equalize. Will equalize there. We did see at times, as I mentioned, that 4-all time scoreline in game 1 where it was held close and neither player was really able to take the advantage at that point. Eventually it was Caleb. But these two players do feel as though it's more like a chess match rather than anything else. We will see these mechanical plays set up. Caleb got a reset. Lucifer jumps off the side wall and challenges. Might be able to get a demo here, Lucifer. Could have set himself up nicely. Lucifer. Well, that's an awkward challenge from Caleb, actually. Having to stretch back. Does get a demo there, but it won't be enough. Lucifer coming from well and truly an offside position. Catching Caleb off. 4 minutes remaining. Plenty of time. Lucifer has a lead, and he's extending that lead. We saw a 3-1 previously for Caleb in game 1. Now we see a 3-1 in game 2 for Lucifer. Plenty of goals to start us off. Lucifer will cut that one back. And, well, okay. This game seemingly getting out of hand right now. Caleb. Got to find something. Still plenty of time, as I've said a couple of times. But still, you look at this going, this is a very, very good start for Lucifer. Might be able to make it 5 here. Won't be able to do so. Caleb doesn't get demoed. Could pick up that boost as well. Lucifer, I like this. Cuts inside. Caleb makes the stop. Lucifer will play this out to the side wall. But now Lucifer in control of this game. We'll see his ability to control a series, control a game. We saw Caleb after that 4-all scoreline just absolutely take over. Might be able to do something here. Lucifer with the save. But for Lucifer, can you keep your head down? Keep the momentum. Concede a couple of goals. Don't let your head drop. We've seen that on occasion from Lucifer in the past. It's a matter of, can he show that maturity now? In a match that will certainly call on needing it. Caleb Missed it on the back wall. Does get a second bite of it. Lucifer scrambling back. Should be there before Caleb will be. And is so. Might be able to get another chance here. It's going to be a miss. Caleb will send it towards the net. Should be able to get back to it. Does, but Lucifer, very nicely done defensively. And when he is on his game, Lucifer, his defense can be so solid. Quite possibly something that, when he's on his game, his defense is quite possibly better than his offense in 1v1s. Caleb with a nice catch will find a shot. Good save from Lucifer. Again, able to read that situation. We'll put that on target. Surely he will. And it's a 5-1 game. Caleb falling behind on Forbidden Temple. I think for Caleb, you probably want to score one in the next 30 seconds. If you don't, you concede another one. Potentially the forfeit lingers into your mind. No boost on that setup from Lucifer. Has to retreat. Caleb gets given the ball. Looks to get that goal within that 30 seconds I mentioned. Couldn't quite break it through. We'll get a demo though. Does turn. Has boost. Lucifer off the spawn. In a good position. And, well, again, just able to make that save. I mean, I'm talking about when Lucifer's on his game. The defense looks so good. You can see why. He's just able to move the car around. Make sure he's in the right position. Make sure that it's a very difficult setup to deny the chances. Caleb has been working the angles, moving the ball side to side, but Lucifer is held firm in game two. That will be one through. So 5-2. 1-1-1 on the clock. Caleb needs to find another one soon. Lucifer will retreat. Caleb goes for a musty, didn't connect, and that will be game. Surely that will be game. I haven't seen Caleb call for forfeits. I don't know if he will. I mean, he doesn't in show matches, as far as I have seen. Lucifer does in show matches and in competitive matches as well. I don't think Caleb is one to go to a forfeit, even in a situation that does seem as though it's getting out of hand. Potentially now Lucifer to make it 7. Caleb taking his time. A quick check of where Lucifer is. Takes it low. Does have it back within the 3-goal difference. I like that from Caleb as well. Checking the camera, just making sure of where Lucifer was. Got the read. Got the shot. Now it's a matter of scoring one every 10 or so. Lucifer, his defense has been so good at times. Throughout this game, it has been so good. Can he maintain that? That's the question of, can he show that maturity? Caleb with the spawn, right on the ball. Lucifer retreats, but it's, again, nicely done from Lucifer. He has had games in the past where you look at it and it does feel like a level-headed performance, and then eventually the game gets out of hand. Caleb again getting bumped there. But for Lucifer, a matter of keeping his head the entire way through this series. Caleb will get one for the road, but no more. But I like this performance from Lucifer. From Caleb, I think there's still more to go to in terms of offensive plays. He's able to score those reset plays. He's able to play it off his own back wall, which we didn't really see at all so far, even in his win. But Lucifer taking game 2. A very solid performance. 6 saves from Lucifer. 10 shots from Caleb, so the other 6 being saved. Couple of demos from either side as well, which I mentioned we hadn't seen too many demos across the day so far. We saw, I think, only 1 in game 1. Now we're seeing 4 in game 2. Taking the physicality up a notch. As we see the replays back. Lucifer did concede early. Was able to force his way back into the series, however, in that goal where he comes back for in Caleb's half. You think Caleb is in a very good position to potentially go and score a goal, and he gets capitalized on. Winter streaming starts tomorrow. The first match will be at 5 p.m. AEST. Streams will probably be 10 or so, probably, 20 or so beforehand, I'd imagine. Have a bit of a pre-show, but I won't be here for that pre-show tomorrow. We'll be here for the stream, though, tomorrow. which is good. But now, Lucifer was able to control game 2. Caleb was very much in control of game 1. What happens here? What player can force himself onto series point? Well, Lucifer giving himself a good case right now with the opener. Might be able to make it 2 from the corner. Didn't quite find the shot. Might be able to get back to it. Caleb forces it to the crossbar and gets back to it yet again. Caleb towards the net. Lucifer will make a save. Went for a psycho attempt. Nice cut from Caleb. That'll be a 1-1 game, you'd imagine. Taking so much time here. Caleb checked where the opposition was, I think, before going for that. But just took so much time. Just paused for a second. Pretty much no need for that whatsoever. Nice chow. Off the kickoff from Lucifer. It's going to be Caleb to control it, though. Lucifer gets by. That's going to be a 2-1 game. It is back in favor of Lucifer. Not too sure about that from Caleb. The touch was too heavy, and then the second attempt was a dive. Don't want to flip in those positions. That's a miss from Lucifer. Caleb will force this into Lucifer's corner. Might be able to get the boost as well. No, Lucifer does very well to control that play. Lucifer controlling it. Nice play over the top. Going to be saved by Caleb. Should be able to grab that boost as well. But I'm liking this performance. I'm really enjoying this from Lucifer. A really composed performance so far. Although that challenge might have been too much to get back to. He will get back to it. Caleb still struggling to find chances. Hasn't been able to force anything. Lucifer to the back wall. Should be able to get back to it. Will do so. Caleb with a save. Not the most assured on his defensive duties that time. Might be able to go for a bit of a classy flick almost off the sidewall. But tied up. A very good battle out there. Caleb just puts one on, testing the defense of Lucifer that is so far held very, very solid. So I'm not too sure about that jump. Opens the door for Caleb, and he obliges. Those are the moments we don't see too often from Lucifer when he's in control of a game. When he's in control of a series, we don't see him make those mistakes. If it's tied up, it might just be a scary prospect. Lucifer will save that to the side. Wants to go again. Might be able to get a reset. Does get a reset. Looks to stick to it. Nice play. Good stop on the line, but he couldn't force it. Out of the goal. Lucifer equalizes us very, very quickly. And, well, 3 minutes remaining. It's 3-3 in Game 3. It really does feel like a chess match out there. Lucifer. Couldn't get by Caleb at the halfway line. Will control it, Lucifer. Nice play. Tries to find that flick. Caleb responds with the save. Lucifer will respond with the boost grab in the corner, but Caleb able to find an opening. Should be able to force that one home. Lucifer won't be able to get back. It is back in favor of the Bulldog. And these are the moments that make me concerned for Lucifer. Is when he's in the lead of a match. When he's playing well. It doesn't seem as though anything can break by, but when your opposition's scoring 4, the matter is, can you score 4? And the answer is yes, Lucifer can. But I need to see more from either of these players defensively. Lucifer at times has looked so good defensively, but right now, last couple of plays and setups hasn't been solid. Caleb has been leaving chances open for the opposition at times throughout today. That's a nice play from Caleb. Got a reset! And somehow sneaks it in under the crossbar. Lucifer jumped it the first time, jumped it the second. But Caleb, patient play. And off the kickoff, it might be, again, an instant response. It won't be saved from Caleb. Now he turns. Caleb low boost. Won't stretch for the save. And, well, who needs defense when you can keep on hammering through the goals on offense? It has been a spectacle. And it's 11 in game 3. The kickoff this time going heavily against Caleb. Sprung out towards his left and bounces off the wall in. Caleb, instant response, crossbar. I think it was side post rather. Forced away from Lucifer, good save. Now Caleb with the boost advantage, slows it down, takes a flick. Lucifer, so good at not using boost. So good at keeping what's required. We'll look for that corner. Caleb got the midfield, gets the ball, has possession. Good pop up from Caleb again. Lucifer to his own back wall, looks for a psycho, doesn't connect. Caleb has a chance to turn. Lucifer with boost and jumps so early. That is such a good read from Lucifer, and it will be a goal to extend the margin. Caleb down by 2. And now looking for a response. But Lucifer, my oh my, that is a fantastic read. Minute 18. Can Caleb score the next? I think that's the requirement here. Lucifer will send this to the midfield and has the boost to get back to it. Caleb, good cut, but he's low on boost and got bumped away as well. It's going to be Lucifer towards the back wall. Caleb will make the stop with the save. Controlling it, minute remaining. Nice control. Lucifer trying to get in a position that just cannot be read and did well enough at it, but Caleb should get back to that. He will off the ceiling. Makes it a 7-6 game. Still time for Caleb to find another. Looks for that boost, instead has to retreat. I mean, you can see the idea there, but Lucifer getting the better of Caleb and might continue to go here. Caleb makes a save, should be able to grab that boost, does so now. Has a chance to run at the defense. 30 seconds remaining. Lucifer jumps early. The defense is held firm. Gets demoed though. That's going to cause hassle as Caleb puts it on target. We're tied up. 7-7. I'm going to be honest with you. This is just depressing me that this is in the GSL and not in the hybrid. This has been such a good series. Lucifer finds another and might have won it. 18 seconds remaining. Kickoff strategy potentially on the cards for Caleb. There's still time. But Lucifer holds a slender margin now. It's a good kickoff from Caleb. Can he find his response? Gets a demo. It might roll in anyway. It's crossbar down and away. Caleb gets boost. Back wall. Lucifer clears. Caleb has boost. Lucifer has been so good at defending these situations. But Caleb has the read! Overtime in game 3. Caleb had the reset. Had it in perfect timing to pop it to the back wall. Who scores a 9th? It's a kickoff. It's good for Caleb. It's great for Caleb! Game 3 goes the way of Caleb. And in an instant, from 0 seconds being down to 5 seconds in overtime, he's turned it around. Lucifer could not hold on. And these are the moments where you start to wonder, does it slip away? Does the mental stay solid? Or can a moment like that tilt you out of this series? Game 5 feels like a must, but Caleb has other ideas as he took game 3. More saves the way of Caleb. More shots the way of Caleb. More goals the way of Caleb. More demos the way of Caleb. But there was moments Lucifer had to fight back. He didn't let it get away from him. I mean, that is a brilliant play. The save wasn't quite there. I thought it was. It wasn't on that occasion. But Lucifer, he had the reads. He had these moments where he just understood where he had to commit and when he had to commit. The problem is, at 0 seconds, he got it all wrong. Caleb with that reset. Lucifer thought he could get there. And then the matter of, could he compose himself in the air? Caleb, well, it's Caleb in the air. Of course he could. And in overtime, a nice shot as the server has died. So you get to see me. Congratulations. Wow. that just adds to it potentially as well for Lucifer, conceding those two quick goals, those quick fire goals within 5 seconds almost in terms of actual gameplay. Overall, it was more, probably 10 or 15 seconds to have that moment of conceding that 0 second and trying to reestablish what he can do in that overtime. Didn't quite find what was necessary in that moment. But now, question marks. He has time to think about it now. Does that help him? Or does that throw him off his game? Because there's this time in between with this server going down to think about it. What did I do wrong? In what moment can I be more assured of myself? And to be honest, defensively, he looked pretty good at times. There were those moments that he probably overcommitted too early. And those are the moments that you break it down and go, well, can we see less of that? Can we see those plays slightly pulled back? Apparently, we might be doing a test lobby. That's all good. But those moments you go, for a player who's a younger player like Lucifer, I say younger player, I think he's not incredibly young, but he is a younger player compared to those more veteran in the scene. 17, yeah, I thought he was about 17. So in that sense, you look at it, and I've spoken about it in the past. I spoke about it from the show matches I've done between these two guys, where Lucifer feels as though at times it can get away from him in terms of the mentality. In fact, I can probably bring up, while we wait, a Wikipedia page of the head-to-head in the 1v1s. That's probably a good idea. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. We are waiting for our Game 4 matchup between Lucifer and Caleb, two of the best in OCE in the 1v1s. One of them not making it to the top 8. I am having a quick look if I can find anything, or is this is a test? Okay, no worries. Let me see. Where is one of these matches? There we go. Oh. I'm trying to find this match, and I've clicked on it, and it takes me to a wrong page. There we go. All right. Can we see the head-to-head here, potentially? That'd be great. I don't think we can. How do I get a head-to-head from here? 1 second. I haven't done this in a while. I haven't actually had to go to head-to-head without... This is weird. I'm working on it. Supposed to be doing homework right now? Well, this will be over pretty soon. So I think you're probably okay to just watch this one and then get your work done. I'm really struggling to find the head-to-head stuff that I'm looking for. It's unfortunate, although I have found it right as we're looking to wrap up the test lobby. But I'm going to quickly see if I can get it going. Okay. And apparently, the head-to-head isn't showing. I don't know why not. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know why I can't see it. Why can I not see it? Can only do head-to-head for teams? I've seen it in the past where I've had this not be the case. I don't know. Maybe it is the case, but I'm pretty sure in the past I haven't worried too much about that. But there are times where series get out of hand. Game live. Alrighty. There are times where Lucifer feels as though in those show matches when he was a younger player, games could get away from him. In a matter of this, which for him, a 1v1 player, would be the biggest tournament on the calendar year for himself. Can he find a response? It's a good flick. Caleb will respond to the corner. It does feel as though these two players could go to a game 5. I'm not saying it will, but Lucifer has the ability to make it interesting. These two players would have imagined that they'd be in the top 8. No matter what. Now they're fighting for that position in the top 8. Caleb with a slight advantage as things stand. He'll drop down to the ground with a 50. Lucifer did commit to that one. Might not get back in time. Won't get back in time. Caleb does open the scoring in game 4. And these moments, a wonder for Lucifer. I am reading. His audio is delayed, so he's called for a pause. That's an interesting situation. Not too sure. That's an odd one. Well, I have tabbed away, as Hazard has said, 6-7. Good timing from me. All right, I think the audio's all good. We should be good to get back into it. But Lucifer, that goal will stand, of course. I don't think he'll even dispute that. Didn't see that question, but as Mon said, they really deserve to both be top 8. I would imagine that they would both deserve top 8. I mean, obviously, performances are the only thing you can go off of. Caleb won't get back in time. Lucifer does equalize on Utopia. Of course, you need to win the series ahead of you, but at the same time, these two players, if the format goes their way, if they win everything that they should, if they, don't drop games in the Swiss or before then even in the double elim or, at any point, Caleb will make it a 2-1. If they don't drop that, then it's pretty straightforward. But it is not straightforward right now for Lucifer, as he's down again. And that kickoff will give Caleb a 2-goal margin. There's still time. Lucifer shouldn't get too far out of this match. If you say 6-7, I will sub. I did just say 6-7, so there you go. Let's see what happens. If they actually do sub or not. That's a good bump from Caleb. Just buys himself some time. Wants to slow it out towards the sidewall. It's going to be Lucifer instead. Lucifer getting a second touch here. Setting himself up nicely. Might be too much to get back to it. Did leave himself too much of a job to do. Now wants to take it upstairs. Caleb will get a dunk. Might not be able to get back to it himself as he's got no boost. So Lucifer through the midfield just retreats. Will make a save as well. Wants that corner boost. They both want it. Caleb potentially getting caught out there. He will get caught out there. Moved into a dangerous position, Caleb. You could see when he wanted that boost, that's where it really broke down. Was in two minds, wanting to go for the boost. Could have gone for the ball. Should have ultimately gone for the mid boost as well. Wanted to deny Lucifer anything to go forward and instead gave him a prime opportunity. Caleb back in time. Both with plenty of boost to work with. Uncharacteristic from Lucifer. He had plenty in the tank and still opted to go for the midfield boost. Caleb with an awkward touch. Lucifer gets by, won't get there for the shot. Has to readjust on the approach. Nice play on target. Will be followed up at the very least, and we are tied up again in game 4. Lucifer keeping his cool at the moment. Caleb not rushing it. It feels as though when this game is tied up, when this series has tied games, that's when everything really slows down for both of these players, when they're happy to just play that chess match. Not in any particular hurry to move forward. It's a matter of making sure the defense stays solid. After that, when that goal goes in and someone makes the breakthrough, then it becomes an all-out war. As Lucifer sends that on target, Caleb. Well, I'd be interested to know how close that was to going in. Nice delay play from Lucifer. Brilliant play from Lucifer. And he's got the lead. 2 minutes remaining. Great composure. And I think an opposition that has truly given Lucifer plenty of hassle in the past. Caused him so many headaches. Caused him so many difficult series to play in. Even if Lucifer was to make the top 8 and potentially go out in the top 8, I think this result here would be almost enough of a sign to show that he has made that growth. But it's a long way to at least force a game 5. Caleb has other ideas. But I think we're seeing the respect that both players have for each other, as Lucifer will put that on target. Caleb will force it to his own back wall. It'll be Lucifer again through the midfield with plenty of boost to play with as well. Caleb jumps early. That's a big commit from both of them. It comes off for Caleb as he'll equalize once more. Good play from Caleb. Just showed the extra speed. Lucifer, I thought, could have done a little bit more in that position. Lucifer out to the sidewall again. Has boost. Caleb does not. Does pick up that corner. 1 minute remaining. If Lucifer scores next, I mean, there's still plenty of time, but it does feel as though Game 5 could certainly be on the cards. His defense has been good at times. And he actually, I think, wanted to find a bump. Instead, he got bumped. Caleb. Good challenge from Lucifer. Any later than that, and it would have been a goal. Lucifer again. Nice flick. Pop over the top. Good save from Caleb. Has to get back to the ground and has boost. Puts it on target. Lucifer, can he get back? It's going to be out of his reach, I think. Caleb with a demo. Forces it home. 5-4. Caleb. 28 seconds away from the top 8. As we all expected him to be in. But Lucifer, can he find something on return? 25 seconds. Won't get the boost. Caleb has been looking for that corner boost all series long, and eventually, when he's got a lead late into Game 4, he's made it count. And now he just looks to play time. Keep away. Doesn't want Lucifer anywhere near it. Might go for another one here. Lucifer denied. A chance to save it. Caleb with the bump. Forces it home. 8 seconds remaining. That should just do it. Lucifer calling GG's. Doesn't even want to play out the 8 seconds. I'm sure he will. Or he does it. I mean, just thought it was too far out of the realms of possibility for Lucifer. Caleb getting the job done against opposition that could have been top 8. But it is Caleb. It is the Bulldog. It's the player that has been seen as the best in OCE for some time that gets himself into the playoffs. And on this occasion, Lucifer with more shots just couldn't make it count. There was some moments there from Lucifer that you think maybe if it was a Game 1, he could have done slightly better. But because it was a Game 4, it starts to become a problem. Creeps into the mind of, should I go for this? Should I stay? He did force it back to a 3-all game. And then look at this play. Even there, you see the composure from the young man. But when it all came down to it, Caleb, the veteran of 1v1 in OCE, we're not looking at that. He gets the job done where required. Exactly what you expect from one of the greatest in OCE's 1v1 scene. But that does bring us to a close for our stream. It has been fantastic bringing you the action. If you missed it, big news, we do have an unofficial official stream. We are in some capacity going to have that happening Saturday and Sunday. Looking to bring in some guests as well for all of that fun entertainment. That being said, I won't be there for the first couple of series tomorrow, most likely. I do have my first NPL commentary, which is the second tier of women's football in Australia. So excited to do that. But when I get back, you will hear my voice on this stream. It will be on this stream regardless. But we should have some cool guests coming in. And if you missed the big announcement, I will be in Paris for EWC as well, which is very, very exciting news. Cannot wait to potentially do another vlog. But we will raid into Uncle Jay, because I saw he's live and I haven't raided him before. But it has been an absolute privilege bringing you the coverage of Caleb. He has secured the top 8 in OCE. Can he do more? Well, you're going to have to find out tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to jump on in this raid to send some love over to Uncle Jay. It has been a fantastic day of RLCS coverage. Looking forward to a couple more as we bring you the action on the unofficial official. See ya tomorrow afternoon, 5 p.m. AEST.